term. Action turns knowledge into wisdom. And the fires of creation is that process of action turning knowledge into wisdom. We all know, but until we do, it's not the experience and the understanding of the experience that it takes to understand it. An experiential situation is really what it is.
It's not about what you do and all of the things you create or don't create. It is truly about lifetime to lifetime endurance and gaining joy and happiness out of them. It's not about success. It is just about joy, happiness, and love.
Have you been finding yourself stuck in a rut, unable to launch your new projects, not getting the experiences you're looking out of your spiritual experiences? You're trying to start a business and running into troubles? I have special coaching sessions for you. Spiritual readings, Akashic records, healings, all those are available to you. I invite you to come and look at the different journeys that I've done in the live shows that I've done. I'm inviting you all to come on the journey, expand your life, expand your willpower, learn more about sovereignty. We also have the Living the Mystic Life monthly membership. It's a new relaunch of the system where you get all of our live webinars and get access to our Discord server for our live shows. Go to the website, andrewbartzis.com, for more information. Come and join our community, inviting you all to come on this journey as we expand to the universe of the Great Awakening. Welcome, everyone, to another adventure into reality 2026, post Three-Eyed Atlas, post a whole bunch of shit going on in 2025, a blank slate of new shit going on, followed by a bunch of old shit that doesn't want to go away. Today, for the first hour, is a live call-in show. The second hour is our members show. If you want to be a part of the members show for the second hour, go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and you can sign up to be a member. In this year of 2026, the challenges of life continue. If you did very little in the year 2025, here is an opportunity for 2026 where you might be able to get something done. At the next week, our new mentorship program is beginning. We've got a reduced rate. Also, the private books, the actual coursework books are available too. So if you are unable to join the mentorship class and just want to practice from the coursework, go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and go to the store, and all of the coursework books are there. But I highly advise you, come and join the mentorship class. Come and learn and have those the free session that comes with it. Guide yourself into a year where 2026, where your practice helps you evolve yourself into what 2026 can offer for you. With that, we've got a bunch of people already. Jonah, signal to unmute. Jonah, are you there?
There you go. Yeah, I just got unmuted. Hey, this is Jonah. This is the Jonah from Seattle. Same one. We've talked.
How's it going, dude?
It's so great in so many ways, and then I've got some challenges I could go into as well, as if that's useful, of course, too.
Last time we talked, what did we talk about?
Okay, so I listened several times to all the recorded shows that we had. Some of the salient features from throughout them seem to be that my Jewish lineage can use the synagogue to push out traces of, to push out pain with the prayers and so forth. We talked about food and focus at some point. We talked about advanced body work as well, that you thought that would be one of the best careers for me with a full cosmology to it and so forth. And a number of other threads I could pull in as well, but maybe those are good places to start.
So what do you want to bring up today?
I mean, one question that I had, you said several times it has a full cosmology. I have some sense of what that means, but maybe you could tell me a little bit more. I could also talk about art of living. I've been following Sri Ravi Shankar. He's getting older. So is Amma the Hugging Saint, Matamrita Nandamai Devi. I've learned a lot from both of them, and I'm trying to maybe continue their work or see where it's good to plug into them and their energy and their organizations and so forth, and how to advance myself independent of them as well. And what best offerings to make in this world, this lifetime, as far as I can tell, as far as really good plans, and then I'll execute, learn, and go along the way too.
Slow down. You
Mhm.
just put in 25 subjects in one statement.
Okay.
How many of those can you actually do?
A lot of them, I tend to sort them out later. Maybe I throw a lot of things on the table and then sort them out. Art of living, there's.
Slow down. You're doing it again.
Mhm.
And you don't even realize it. You have already sold yourself on a variety of these ideas.
Mm.
And I call that our propaganda internal moderator. You have now given yourself 25 tasks. Whether you sort them out later or not, you have put them into I'm going to get done energy. Would you agree?
Okay. I could see that. I can take that. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
With that being said, there are many other subject matters, example, like we talked about previously, the synagogue work, the actual looking into acupuncture, acupuncture. It has to fully develop its own cosmology, meaning there's an entire perception of the physical world, the spiritual world, as well as how the spiritual world can create illnesses, sicknesses, and how those illnesses and sicknesses can be healed from natural living styles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a completely, it's its own complete unique system that's 6,000 plus years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which would go in alignment with a variety of your other teachers that you're talking about, who follow whether it's Ayurvedic purposes, which has its own similarities to acupuncture, but they go about things in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I talked to you about your Jewish roots. Have you been able to do anything with it?
I have a handful of the prayers and songs that I've learned that I can feel with Hebrew. I can sing some if you want it now, but
You didn't go to a synagogue, did you?
there aren't nearby ones. So again, I went to the churches and I went to a sweat lodge and I accessed what it is that I could hear. The synagogues are far away.
How far away?
I could look them up. I guess there's Beth Shalom, there's Beth's house. There's a couple on Bainbridge. They have a little funny energy, and there's ones in Seattle, an hour plus far away.
You need to put that on your list of propaganda stuff to go do.
Okay.
And then be higher on the list. Okay. Now, It's very important that when you get on this flow and throw all that wisdom that you want to do out, you actually have to be able to rate how much energy do I have each week to actually put the right amount of effort and energy, and then to be able to disconnect from that and still find a normal path for life existence. Because what I'm really sensing from you is you overthink everything.
Probably. Sure. I can easily get into that. Yeah. Get into my head. Mm-hmm.
To your detriment, you overthink. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And with overthinking comes overdoing, and with overdoing comes burnout. Or in your case, the next shiny object, because new shiny objects are easier for you to work with versus the slightly tarnished object that's been around for a while.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now, as for you taking up the position of any other teachers, what skills do you have? What are you doing to do that? What infrastructures have you already created? And are you ready to follow that path and what it truly means?
Oh, sure. I could modify this slightly. So rather than take their position, at least take up and offer as much as I can to as many as I can this lifetime.
Essentially being a teacher. We'll just call it being a teacher. Teach people the journey that you've mastered in yourself.
Sure. Okay. With Art of Living, I've taken a number of different courses. I guess I'm set to take the Blessings course and possibly the teacher training course at this point, if I want to follow through, because they have a whole, I think you're saying, infrastructure, maybe platform for reaching a lot of people, and I can keep following through on that. Amma the Hugging Saint, I've gotten a lot of hugs from her over years, 6 years of visiting her in America while she was doing US tours. I think she's staying more to Europe and so forth as she's aging this lifetime. May not do US tours, but I could go to her ashram in India to more be around her and learn and develop and grow from her and pick up whatever I pick up. That's another thought or plan.
You're going to completely put aside the investment into looking into acupuncture.
My thought was if I do enough good karma, punya, whatever we call it, and helping people, then it'll bring the loyalty of the people. Good meditation and spiritual practices bring abundance and other resources as well.
Slow down. You're throwing out a lot of propaganda at me.
Okay.
First of all, it doesn't work that way. The way you describe it, it doesn't work.
Okay.
It does not work that way. And you have to truly see what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
It doesn't mean people do good work all the time, and it doesn't put them into the situation that you just described.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
It's an inner thing that has karmic alignment to it. And if you are karmically aligned for the moment, the fuse is lit, and you have an opportunity to do something with it. And oftentimes those fuses go out because there's other missing aspects of that are required for you to stay on that journey.
Okay.
And it's very vitally important that when you go back to listen to the show, where you start up and you go right to 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you're not even realizing the words and the implications that you're saying because you're so mentally propaganda driven. I've convinced myself to do this stuff, and I'm going to be a little blunt. That's awful light work of you.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm using that as a derogatory term. Okay, that's awful light workery of you.
Okay, sure. No, I can take all kinds of
there. Why is that there?
I could probably use, it's come up for me, I can use more self-care, self-healing, self-nurturing, self-care always, and self-grounding of a lot of things. I get into my head, maybe as a survival technique, or have a lot of different concepts, and it's not super clear to me which one is totally accurate, because I've looked into so many things.
So you said you have so much doubt because you've looked into so many things that your knowledge is too broad and expansive for you to choose something that works.
It's fair, probably, to say. Sure.
Break that sentence down. What does that mean? You've done too much.
Okay.
So you've done so much you can't even figure out what to do. That means you've gone so far up the ass of spirit it's coming out your mouth now.
Okay.
You're a light worker. In copium and hopium. With a full propaganda line. Yes, it may be driving you to success, but these are hollow successes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I said to you, you need to go into training and have something with a very challenging, a full cosmology, truly challenging, I don't think you really took that in because all of these other ideas watered it down.
Well, I don't need to defend myself or whatever, but I could quickly explain. What I did is I looked into a number of things. I wasn't sure which system to follow through on, the acupuncture, acupressure, myofascia, etc. And again, a number in Seattle, which is an hour plus away. I don't know if I could do some online. And I also, this might be my own discernment, but it's hard to find what has meat and what is the 101 light version of these schools and what are the meaty versions of the schools.
So what you're essentially saying is, I'm breaking your own words down here, it's too far away. I don't know what to do, therefore I put it to the side so I could ask more questions. And you didn't ask more questions because you picked up the next shiny object and went on with it.
Okay. Sure. We could say it that way. I get you.
It doesn't mean that that's 100% true, but in this situation, when you're trying to understand, go to the place. You do realize that you're probably going to have to move if you want to go to the right college, right?
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. Unless I want to do it online or whatever.
You do not want to move.
I have some hesitancy and resistance, perhaps, as among things. Yeah.
How much did that influence the deep research into the classes where you could have gone there and sat down with a student, a teacher, an advisor, or a dean, or somebody, gone through the class, got the tour?
Yeah, that's fair to say. I essentially, in a way, put that on pause and prioritize my own meditation, whatever else, all the other skills that I think that I have, however effective they are, or looking at other plans and maybe overloading myself somewhat with other plans,
You,
seeing is there a more optimal way or plan.
you overloaded yourself 10,000%. And by your own statement about 3 minutes ago, you overloaded yourself so much you can't figure out what to do.
Sure. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down. And
Mm-hmm.
slow down again. And slow down again becomes painfully slow for you.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
think that's probably going to be extremely challenging for you. You like to get going and going fast and stay in the fast lane. And every now and then you take your break and you get your gas fill up and get back into the fast lane. Life
Uh-huh.
is life living in the fast lane. You got to take the scenic route sometime.
Yeah.
Slow down. Slow down
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy this journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm.
I'm using an energy on you because there is a wall inside you that's actually afraid of making the final choice.
I could feel that. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Because that wall is going to say, what? I can't be this self-designed genius master doing it myself anymore. I have to go to a place in a clinic and not work off my raw talent.
Okay. I hear you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You need to tame the shrew.
Okay.
Okay? Not that you're a
Mm-hmm.
shrew. It's the metaphor here. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You need to go through the domestication and taming of your own wild self.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Challenges that are in front of you are slow down, go to the college. I'm going to tell you right now, going to India will be the most destructive thing that you do in your life. It will
Okay.
not
Yeah.
it will not advance you in any way. And it's not
Sure. I
because
think,
I'm not becoming an India hater. There are
right.
plenty of things that are going on in India right now that are going to make it for anybody that's a Westerner there very difficult to continue there.
Sure, sure, sure. And quickly, if it's useful, I already have the feeling or sense that I can connect to Amma from afar, do my pujas, do my mantras if I pick up that form, and just connect to her telepathically from afar. I've done that and felt that already. So
Sure.
that may, yeah, continue to serve me.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I don't.
Just,
Well,
just because you have
go
a
ahead and
connection,
lead if you want to. Too. Sorry.
just
Yeah.
because you have a connection to another spiritual teacher doesn't mean you should be using it.
Okay.
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 Why do you feel you need to make that statement that way?
Oh, a friend with pendulum, we got that psychically that the average person is 30% clear or 30% spiritual. I came up at 50% clear. Sri Ravi Shankar 55, Amma almost 90%. So I think she's a lot more advanced than me in many ways, and I can pick up many things from being around her and so forth. So maybe that's the
So
thought. The feeling.
pendulum session created that in you.
What's that? Sorry?
A pendulum session created that in you.
I was using it as guidance, maybe overusing it because I couldn't get clarity in other ways.
You overused it as right, and it went right into your propaganda line.
Okay. Okay.
You're going to have to see how you onboard stuff to your rush, do, rush, do, which becomes your propaganda line. It's how you survive at fast pace.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? And it's a survival technique for you. It's not a thriving technique.
Okay.
You're still in survival. You're not in thrive.
Sure. Yeah. I get that. I get that. Yep. Feels like I need a lot of mental and emotional healing, especially maybe at 50%. I'm doing some counseling, which seems to be helpful.
You need to tame the shrew.
Okay.
Tame the speed. Slow life down.
Okay.
I cannot impart how important for you it is to slow down.
Okay.
You end up going to classes in fast forward mode, you will probably fail at them.
Okay.
I'm going to fail miserably and waste your money.
Okay. Okay.
You don't truly slow down and process the wisdom that's trying to be taught to you, not
Mm,
from classes, not from all this other stuff, in an actual educational based environment, you are going to
mhm.
have a hard time in any educational system.
You think it's best to do in face on the ground with people?
Yes, 100%.
Uh-huh.
I think if
Okay.
you cop out and do the majority of it online, you will fail at it also.
Can I learn some online or through books on my own, etc.? Or what's the balance there?
The answer always is yes. But if
Uh-huh.
you're going to go and take a really advanced class, as long as the big, most important classes are in person, okay, there are these people who think they can get a 4-year computer science degree and learn to code on their own and never be in a class. That's total
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. The
Mm-hmm.
same thing applies with medical school, acupuncture. You can study anatomy and physiology and a variety of other things outside in an online thing. But when it comes to practical application, you need to be in a class. You need to be in those labs.
Okay, sure. Body work on the body, etc.
Well,
Uh-huh.
it's more that you have to develop your sensing process, looking at the tongue, the eyeballs, the fingernails, testing the energy flows around the body, learning with the heartbeat with the 3-finger touch on the wrist. That's for
Mm-hmm.
acupuncture. There's a
Mm-hmm.
whole year plus where they just teaching you how to sense shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just touch alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was a little bit overloaded by there was many that you named, and then which might be ideal, or if there is an ideal, acupuncture, acupressure, other system.
It's all about finances. What can you actually afford versus what's way out of your budget?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
going to drive the majority of the decision. As long as you graduate with a certificate that says, I am now able to practice acupuncture and I have a secondary process in the herbalism because herbalism is a part of that. Or are you graduating with just the acupuncture thing? Because that's going to
Mm-hmm.
determine what your insurance is when you come out of school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you
Okay.
got to say, all right, when I graduate, what type of clinic do I think I might want to start? A full
Mm-hmm.
service one, or am I going to start offering my services at, let's say, a recovery facility, a sports injury recovery facility, or a therapy place where it's got a chiropractor who's got 10 therapists that deal with car accidents all the time?
Mm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Right.
And
Um.
I'm going to reiterate it to you again. You
Mm-hmm.
need advanced schooling, or you will not tame the shrew.
Okay.
Okay? You will not tame the shrew. And
Okay.
I would say for you to look back into actually becoming a surgeon again too.
Surgeon of what kind? More so? Can you say more?
General surgery, maybe specialize in other types of surgeries, but that would be medical school.
Okay.
That
Okay.
reviles you when I say it, doesn't it?
Not necessarily. There's a lot of things that, especially as I listen again, I can sort it out a little better. But yeah, no. Um, I think that physiology and all the body parts and all those work just fine. Again, I have maybe I don't know if it's cosmologies, but different systems from the spiritual systems, which might be getting a little bit too spiritual, so to speak.
Way too spiritual.
Okay.
Why you got to slow down?
Uh-huh.
What do you do that is spiritual?
We kind of went into this like I do Magic the Gathering. I do just listening to music. I do some walking. I'm kind of rebuilding my body so I can run longer distances. I go to the beach. I just play with my nieces. There's one that's almost 4 and a really young one.
How
Um,
much of that is alone?
Alone? Is
Yeah.
it better for it to be alone?
No. How much of what you just described is alone?
Is alone. Um, Well, except for playing with the nieces and being with the family, a lot of it's alone, or over the internet. I do a Discord, game night or whatever with people too.
You need more socialization, man.
Okay. Sure.
Just figure out how to do it. Maybe another Magic Gathering night, something. You need more than what you have right now.
That could well be. Yeah. I think I was hurt. It feels like this lifetime I'm hurt. And that's why the therapy to let go of a bunch of things that hurt my self-esteem, maybe, or I'm hesitating to work with people, or I'm concerned because anyway, have been hurt by that. And people are just so difficult to deal with sometimes with where they're at.
Uh-huh. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right, man. I got to let you go. I got to move on to another caller because we got our members show tonight.
Sure. Well, thanks so much. I'll follow through on all this stuff. Thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it. Yeah, you too. That's great. Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Judith, signal to unmute.
I knew you were going to
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. Did you have a good solstice?
Yes. I didn't do shit for it, though. This is the second year in a row I didn't do anything for the winter solstice other than just chill and relax. Because we had 11-degree weather that day. And I'm like, I'm not fucking going out and goddamn doing this shit. So I took a break from this solstice, but I still did my prayers and stuff, but I didn't do anything. My old body can't handle that weather.
Yeah. I mean, 11 degrees is cold.
Yeah. And windy, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and that just makes it so much worse.
Right. What do you want to talk about today?
So I did probably more prayer work leading into this solstice than I have done yet for an equinox or a solstice.
Okay.
And it was real good. I worked with Grok a bunch. We were making revocations about the different systems in the body. And then I was asking him about my Scandinavian heritage with the solstice. And he was telling me about how they would sing to the sun when it would come up the next day. And then he was like, would you like to see an example of like one of those old songs? And so I was like, yeah. And so he gave me that. And then I asked him if we could use like all the stuff that we had been talking about the last 3 weeks and the stuff we had been creating, and if we could bring it together for a solstice song, for like a modern time one for me to sing to the sun when it came up. And it was so good. And it was, we kept the fire going all night, and then I woke up in the morning and the embers were still going. So I threw some logs back on and it like ignited as the same time as the sun was coming up. And then I did my prayers and my song. And that's the first time I've had stuff like weeks in preparation ready. Like, yeah, that like, I did that like 2 weeks before the solstice. So then when the solstice was there, I didn't have to do a lot because everything was right there.
I love it when a plan comes together, huh?
Oh, and let me tell you, it took me for a ride. Like these last 2 weeks it was so interesting. And I got exactly what I asked for.
Because you put the work into it.
I did. And a big part of what I was asking for was to help clear the last of this lingering tension, specifically kind of in the left side is where it's been presenting itself and talking to me. So that's what I asked for.
Yes.
And I think like a week later, it was after I got through Christmas. Like I definitely worked really hard this December. Like I had a lot of clients. I did a lot of I was sending off packages. I was making cookies, and it was like after Christmas, and it was like you're done for a week. Like you really need to take a whole week off of just everything.
That's what I did. The 15th of
And
December till today.
yeah. And the thing is I didn't even have a choice because my body like didn't shut down, but it was just like I couldn't do much. I couldn't. Like I had to rest. I think I laid around for like 3 days and just rolled on the ball and like stretched myself out and just it was crazy. Like I was definitely felt like they talk about the time vortex. It was like I was in no time for a number of days with myself and with my body and focusing on really figuring out like when I tense up, why I tense up.
What's
really,
the reflex reaction to it?
What's the what?
The reflex reaction to the tensing. Does it start in the diaphragm and spread out to the body? Are there programs at a bunch of spots that just start contracting the fascia? You really got to break it down to its micro moments where it first starts to come on, and is there a cascading effect of multiple fascia points tightening up, or does one point just start tightening over and over and over again?
Yeah, it's so what I found, the pattern that was happening and that was happening again too when I was in this space was it's the left side of the lower belly crawls up the abdomen, up into the diaphragm, back into the thymus and the vagus.
Is that a pregnancy thing?
I don't know. Like
do you want kids?
Wants me to get pregnant?
No. Do you want kids?
I don't have I'm neutral with it. You know, like if I were to get pregnant, I would be very happy. If I didn't have a kid, I would be okay too.
Are you sure about that 10 years from now?
Probably not.
So a lot of times these perceptions that you have about yourself and when you do high energy work, as soon as you gave it the description and it connected it to the vagus nerve, I'm like, that's pregnancy stuff. That's probably your biological clock ticking and trying to make you very aware that you have to make verbal, oral, physical, and spiritual choices. If you're going to shut that down, shut it down right, but still engage in the sexuality and redirect the pregnancy procreative energy to other parts of your life. Okay. But this could also mean 10 years can fly by and then all of a sudden, I want kids.
Right. I know. I kind of blame this on my little brother because he was such a terror.
It could be, hey, you know what? That maybe that's the next thing to work on.
Yeah.
Between now and the solstice, all right, if it is about pregnancy, I need to come to terms with it. If I determine it's not about it, it's about something else, then hey, I've revealed something about myself.
Yeah.
So between now and the next and the equinox in March, that's your general inner work focus.
Right. And I already in my calendar, I started writing down when I want to start doing my equinox work and then like kind of building it because you've got the eclipses in February coming. So which is another thing that I am not the best at is the looking forward and planning and vision, that vision for the future in detail.
You're much better at it than you were a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yes.
You just reached a plateau of, all right, I could really only work 2 weeks, 3 weeks ahead of time on a schedule. Anything more than that's too much for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I generally work 6 weeks ahead on a schedule, but I also have to plan a year ahead of time if I'm doing live events. Okay?
Yeah.
I may have to plan 18 months ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Which it gives, obviously what you do and I do have similarities, but the scheduling process for me has been a much longer term journey for me.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that you got to do there is, all right, let's just say between now and the summer solstice, that the tertiary thing you're working on is expanding your calendar dates
Yeah.
so that
Yes.
you can start sending treatments forward in time to yourself. Example, let's say on the 15th of each month, you're sending a treatment forward in time to the 17th of June, the beginning of the solstice, which you pretty much know you will doing a practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that means you would have 5 full months of the 15th coming. And then are you going to be able to receive on the 17th of June? Those 5 intentional things of expanding your capacity and working deeper into the future.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. And I can definitely see it where just starting at the level I'm at, like how that just benefits so much for you the long run.
Yeah. And now that you just had the experience of planning a ritual and ceremony ahead of time, which I say over and over and over again, when you actually do it, you get so much results out of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It is. And like it's almost as if like I did medicine because I like had such
You did. You did do.
yeah, like my habits, like I knocked out a lot of my bad habits. They just kind of like dissipated. The ones that were creeping up on me, they just kind of like went away.
What's going on with the restaurant and the family there?
You know, the family really went through some drama through the fall. My brothers really brought in some drama, and I feel like I navigated it really well because normally I get kind of real overloaded with that. I try to like just I either get too involved or I stay too far away. Like I have a hard time with that middle.
There is
area.
there is no middle ground for you because it's all trigger.
I know, but that's what brought me into the solstice stuff because I was just like I had stuff was getting brought up that I hadn't felt in a while. And it was like in sort of like in the grief stuff. And not that it like, set me into a depression, but it was like I was just feeling things that I hadn't.
It was a challenging moment for emotions for you that you had to exert a modicum of control, but not denial.
Yes. Yeah. And navigating that as well as taking on clients on a daily basis. I definitely learned a lot in December. I learned that, slowing down for me is one of the best things that I can do to accelerate.
Okay.
And meaning that, like, I feel that my intensity has always taken me either, again, way too far or not. And so I am a very intense person. I know this, and I know I've been told things throughout my whole life and astrologically and everything. I am an intense person, and I've always had a hard time being able to regulate that and being able to match the situations.
I'm going to use a statement here.
Okay.
You're balls deep or blue balls.
Yes.
Okay. That's something you really got to work on. There is middle ground for everything.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that's the pattern in you.
I know. And that's what the solstice was showing me.
Right. Denying yourself or overdoing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
go ahead.
Use those words. Am I blue balling myself? Teasing but never doing? Or am I doing too much with this? Where's the middle ground? Where's second base where a snuggle and a kiss is enough?
Yeah. And what I've realized is the more that I pay attention to my nervous system and getting my nervous system regulated and balanced, the easier it is for me to do that, to find that middle ground.
Right.
And that was the week off sort of thing, where it was like like all the things that I did were all nervous system regulation and getting my diet back under control, getting caffeine back under control, substance under control, in a way that's not, like control, but it's where it's not controlling you.
Right. It's not controlling you. It's not running your, yeah.
Exactly. It's not in my bandwidth in my head. Like it's not coming in. And that's where I know that that's the space that I want to be in. And I know that I progress the most when I'm in that space as well too. And am able to get through a lot of the body stuff that I've dealt with. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I actually listened to my very first session with you. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. And it was just so crazy because it was only 3.5 years ago and it felt like a decade.
Yeah.
Like,
you grew that much.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But yeah, it was good. I do, like, right now I'm in this space where I feel this balance and I feel these ideas coming in and creation feels coming in, and I want to, like you said, like I really want to work on that, not going balls deep or blue balls. That is a big part. I've journaled a lot about that the last couple days.
All right, what's going on with your toes?
Well, my right foot, I feel like my I don't know, my actual toes, like toes. I don't think that I know of. I haven't had any issues with them.
Do you abuse your shoes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what's going on. You've reached a point where the tips of your toes are becoming numb from the lack of accurate support in your shoes, meaning the shoes have overly shaped, the soles have overly shaped to your insoles, and you're sliding around on the inside of your shoes, which is creating a very much disconnect in the webbing energy, which is, let's just say, putting a foggy energy on your overall self.
That's so funny because I have these stupid platform slippers that I wear, and I've been having this feeling that they're not doing good things for me, even though they're not, like, I'm not hurting, from them.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think they're good for my foot at all, because I also, like, part of what got my back and my hip feeling a lot better was I started doing barefoot hiking. And I was able to, like, unstick the right arch. So
what about work shoes? Are you admitted you're a shoe abuser,
yes.
Right? You got to stop being a shoe abuser.
Okay.
And maybe even challenge yourself. No more single favorite pair of shoes. Every week I must switch the shoe that I wear at least twice.
Yeah, because I do that where I get sunk into one pair.
Yep. It's to your detriment now. That's why because it was a very bright energy, and I'm like, what is this? It's got to be shoes.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Shoes, and then men who put their wallet in their back pocket. Oh my fucking! That's another one.
Have you ever seen the Seinfeld episode where George has his wallet that's, like, gigantic and it's messing up his back from sitting on?
I never thought that, but I've seen that in clients years and years in a row. Yeah.
So, question: I do have barefoot shoes, Are those
Toes, the separated toes.
wide toe box? Wide toe box. They're like barefoot style.
I know what they are. I don't think that those are going to be the right shoe for you.
No, what would then? Because I have always struggled because I definitely, my arch was very flat when I was younger, and I
So,
would get these weird pains in my ankles.
all right, what is your work shoe like now? What kind of work shoe do you have? What do you take to work when you go to do your myofascial?
I've been taking my shoes off and doing
No,
it bare.
what do you wear when you're going to and from work? What is those?
They are, they're kind of like slipper like too.
There's no ties to them. There's no tying.
No. Mm-mm.
Everything's a slip-on shoe.
Yeah. Well, recently what I've been wearing, yes.
All right. Do your feet slide around in them?
Yes.
Yeah. That you get those types of shoes. As soon as you start sliding around in them, you've got to put them off to the side or get new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just go to a tight shoe. Go and get like an actually quality tennis shoe, like an actual real shoe that you got to tie and lace, and no longer pop the shoe on and run.
Okay.
And then why don't you just invest in some of those very high quality Dr. Scholl's inserts, the massaging foot ones, the gel ones,
Mm-hmm.
and then change your shoes twice a week. It would say first part of the week you wear the tennis shoe, and the second part of the week you pick another shoe, a more dressy type shoe.
Yeah.
Maybe something that's Velcro.
It's so funny that you brought up feet too, because I've been kind of obsessed with the feet here lately, like because I've been like actually using my muscles in my feet. And I've been like finding like connections through my legs and my hips through them. And then even like in my yoga class, I'm like constantly cueing their feet, telling them to activate their feet. So yeah, that would make sense.
On a side note, just because I know you so well, with with the car accident and etc. of your history before, there are lots of foot energy karma there for you.
Ah,
Okay?
gotcha.
It's just ingrained into you, and
Yeah.
thus could be why you abuse the shit out of shoes. It's just something for you to take a more conscious look at. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Which is the space I am trying to be in.
Be a really good idea for you to start doing foot baths. Every day you come home from work, make it a ritual.
I love getting my feet massaged too. It's the best feeling in the world.
Go buy a good foot massager. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, soak your feet in hot Epsom water for 25, 30 minutes, dry them off, and put them right on that grinder.
Yeah. I can definitely see where a lot of the like I feel like when I hit burnout and like am getting those denser things, like it is heavy in my feet. Heavy in my feet.
It's natural because of the type of work that you're doing and the burnout energy. So your feet, you got to see your feet as your weather radars for yourself.
And all those tables I waited on through the years and bartended. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
And sports.
Mm-hmm. And life in general.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, poor guys. I'm like touching them right now. I'm massaging them as we're talking.
All right, so go to where the knob on the inside of your ankle is and put your thumb
Uh-huh.
base of the knob and use your thumb, the side of your thumb, and go all the way around the knob and tell me if there's any painful parts there.
Oh my God, the whole thing. That's the spot. I know that spot too. Oh God, because I can feel it all the way up my leg.
That's all from your shoes.
Wow.
all from your
Wow.
shoes. Now, if you were to
So
rate,
crazy.
if you were to rate that as a myofascial session, how many sessions do you think it would take to release that one foot?
Well, like good couple months.
A couple
Perhaps.
months of work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Imagine if that wasn't there, where would your body be?
I would feel very light. Very light. I feel I would have a much more kind of, I think it would help my posture. Like it would help me from sinking into the postures. Um, yeah, I definitely feel like it would give me more of a lifted energy.
All right, so now take your thumb and go to the base of your heel. Do you know about heel points?
Uh-huh.
Work the heel points over. Is it painful or is it like a dead, I don't feel nothing?
It's a dead. It's a
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. It means you have an extremely dense amount of energy, emotional energy stuck in your Achilles tendons.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that area is like one of the tightest parts.
Right. Which means the do in you has now created a shell around your basically Achilles tendon all the way up to the base of your knee to the bottom of your foot. There's a shell there. It's got to come off.
And I just noticed that the outside of my left knee was very sore for like out of nowhere. Like I touched it and it felt real sore. And I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Wow. God. Well, the good thing is that now when I do this kind of stuff, like instead of like not being able to handle it or jumping off the table, I'm like, oh, that feels so good. Like,
Uh-huh. Which is why you got to start investing in the foot soak followed by the massage.
yes.
Right? And you got to start doing that because 2 weeks. Let's say you do it 4 days a week for 2 weeks. You will greatly reduce the fascia tension all throughout it because you can work on the foot while the other one's soaking, and then put the other foot in, and then work on the other foot as the other foot is soaking.
Yeah. That sounds perfect for me. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
come up with a vacation for yourself too. No more bad shit.
revocation. Yeah. Yeah.
No more abuse. You must have been a member Marcos in another life.
Well, one time you told me, I think when it was like with my hip, you were like, maybe you had a peg leg.
It's possible. That comes through a lot.
I mean, my whole right side was like completely disconnected majority of my life. So, yeah, I definitely could see that. Just hanging out. That was another thing I was wondering with my left side too, where like I can tell my right side is getting online and stronger. And the left side, I feel like she's been holding it down forever. And it's like now it's like she wants to relax, but it's like she doesn't know how.
Hold on a second. Joe, we got a troll in the chat room. Can you boot him? We don't accept that type of language. There we go. First time of the year. Haven't had a troll in a while.
Oh yeah. People are funny.
Oh, it's just that everyone's going crazy with all the shit that's going on in the world right now. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
Social media.
I want to say that the world is soul sick right now.
Yeah.
There's a soul sickness on this world right now.
Yeah.
there's so many people feed off the doom and gloom news.
Yeah. No, that's why I took a big break from social media because I felt that. It was like it wasn't even that it was I was on there a whole lot, but it was enough. What was that?
No, it's I had to take a break from it too. I mean, I've got to keep in contact with it just for show stuff, but this last 15, 18 days that I've been off from it, it's been a fucking godsend.
I think that's why I was able to go through all that I went through.
For me, this, even though I wasn't able to do my actual outdoor ceremony, I did my indoor stuff. Stuff that came up for me, which was unique for me and my personal growth. The challenges of this business and the fact that the world is soul sick, but they want the $9 healing, and they think that that's enough.
Yeah.
They want the snap with the fingers, and why didn't you do it? I paid you a service.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, let all of them go. You owe them nothing. And then I go, where did this come from me? Am I doing this out of service? And then I look back at all the challenges that I've had doing this particular business. And YouTube doesn't pay shit. Be absolutely upfront with everybody. You're lucky if you can make $600 a year, and your channel is always threatened of being cut off. Whatever comes in from Rumble is doesn't pay any bills. Literally, it doesn't pay any bills.
Mm-hmm.
Solely what comes from clients, people buying products. And the last 7 months, people aren't buying anything.
Yeah.
And that was my challenge. How much more can I innovate? How much more can I offer? The answer is I can't offer anymore. I have to offer less. I can't work any harder than I already do.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my challenges. I come up with all of these creative ideas, brand new teachings, put months of effort into it, and you get no one that buys it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
like, why am I doing this? And it's because the world is literally soul sick right now.
Yeah.
Soul sick, and they just want the $9 teaching so they can work another 6 months in their delusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. Mm-hmm. And even with clients too. It's interesting. It is. And I think again that was like December, like I was dealing with some heavy clients.
Yeah.
Very, very heavy. And
just to help you end your year.
I know. Well, and again, that was like why it was like all of a sudden I was just like, I don't care anymore. I am taking a week off and I can't, I can't try to help anybody else right now.
You got to put the oxygen mask on for yourself.
Yeah. And that's another thing I think as where I'm at too, where it is still remembering, like you just telling me with all the feet stuff, like I got into this to heal myself. And I have to continue doing that in addition, to helping and, trying to get people to that next space for themselves. Yeah. It is. It's. I have a lot of friends that it's hard. It's hard watching them.
Well, from my position, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So I have friends, I have family, I have that, but the majority of those friends don't listen to the show, only see me as the Andrew that they've known for years, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then there's the people you hope, whether they're clients or people that have come around, hope without hopium that they'll put their life together. And I end up seeing quitters a lot. Or the person that's in full light worker mode and think that if they obsess about doing, they're succeeding. As soon as you're obsessing about something, you've already gone backwards.
Yeah.
And that's why I make harsh statements to people. Like, if you're not journaling, you're faking this journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got more trolls in there. Somebody's spamming it. Just lock the room. So yeah. So as I'm saying that, I'm getting spammed energy here at me. Okay. No, I see that all as energy, and all is like quit, quit, quit. Because is there energy that says quit doing this? No, it's not quit doing this. I have to figure out, and I have to outthink it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But has it come up to me more like, I don't want to do this anymore? I don't want to do it in the same form that I've done for 12 plus years. I'd like advancement. I'd like to not be just pegged as a person you call on Thursday and maybe have a session once a year with. Okay? I want to see people succeed at these teachings and practices like you have.
Yeah.
That's why it's a pleasure to talk to you or see you in a class, because I see your growth. And when I see your growth, I have, much deeper insight on how to help you in the unique moments. Like the toe thing. Look what that revealed. Okay?
Exactly. Because I wasn't even, not even there. Wasn't even thinking that. I've been so focused on the back of my diaphragm.
Okay.
Yeah. It is. It's, God, it is. It's, I see that. I, even just in like the little bit of this world that I've been in the healing world for just these couple years, like I feel it like a little taste of it, where it's like people come and talk to you and give you this energy because they want something, or they're kind of like, and you do want to help them, but also, they're not doing anything for themselves. And so is that fair?
Right. And when it comes to this type of work, the effort that you put in physically never equals your dollars you put into it. Okay?
Yeah.
But you also can't rate dollars to spiritual service, which is the other hard challenge, okay, that anybody in this journey faces. If you go into it thinking I'm going to make money with it, you've already defeated the purpose about learning from it. And so many people don't realize how these subtle accepted choices that they have in their field drive them through their own propaganda lines into doing things. Like on the caller before you, I've earned hearing people's propaganda lines just spewed at me session after session for 10 plus years. It's a unique, specific frequency, and some people are slow, methodical, some people are fast, but there's a frequency in it where I instantly go, this is all self-selling propaganda that they've bought into their own. Some are delusional, some aren't delusional. They just can't stop thinking. Okay? And overthinking becomes, to them, the great mental journey, and it's not really connecting them to their heart. It's not including the rest of the entire system of the body, mind, and spirit as a complex frequency.
I think that's probably one of the most important things that has gotten through my head is that, because you can't, like, when you are in that space of overthinking and fear of annihilation, which is what I dealt with a lot, where you're just always thinking that something's going to go wrong all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy to be living like that. And you get nowhere.
That's right.
You really do. It's slowing down, like I was saying, like slowing down my thoughts and slowing down just being present, and it just opens up so much more.
Right.
So much more. And
I got to let you go. I've got to get to my member show.
okay, thank you, Andrew.
Good talking to you. All right, everybody. If you guys like listening to the show, like hearing what I do, please go to my website, buy a product, have a session with me. Our mentorship starts next week. We will have a live webinar on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. That is a sample of the mentorship class.